Instagram, you got a good look at my butt.
Sorry, Jason.
Oopsies.
And that happened last time you were on. Remember, I dropped everything and I bent over.
You did.
I'm like, ugh. Anyways. So thank you guys so much for joining us. I'm so excited because we have a group of people here and even people that aren't shown here everywhere. So I'm so excited and
Oopsie daisy.
good. Good sound.
Yes.
See, it's completely off the books, right?
Woo!
So the reason that we have a group of people here, and thank you, Brooke.
You're welcome.
Those you all know Brooke Allen from the Caffeinated Conversations with Brooke Allen show. She was nice enough to agree to bring her twins,
Here they are.
Daisy,
Hi.
and what's your name, Carson?
Carson.
Carson. That's right. And Carson.
Yeah.
And we're going to talk about tradition, right?
Yep.
We're going to talk about Easter, because Easter's Sunday. Can you believe that?
That's crazy. It's so fast already.
It has flown by.
We're 20% through 2024 already.
Oh,
It went by so slow.
slow.
Yeah.
Wait till you get our age.
Oh, right.
You blink
For
and
sure,
it'll be
middle
gone.
school, right?
Gosh,
they're-
right,
Yeah,
yeah.
they're kind of like, oh,
I know.
it's just
Can't
so
wait.
slow.
7th grade.
There you go. Look at that. So when you're 12 years old, you want the time to go because then you get
Older, right?
into high school, into all the fun stuff, right? Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, anyways, we're going to talk about traditions bringing down, like maybe we'll touch on some things that Brooke had as a child, and that she brought down to her kids. And then I'm going to talk about a few things as well. And we have our Did You Knows about Easter, which is pretty interesting. And you have some stuff. You did some polls, didn't you?
I sure did. And as you guys can see, if you did answer all of our polls that are on Instagram, I could have made them quizzes, but what's the fun in that, you know? If you guys want to know the right answer, we will tell you that before the show ends tonight.
So what that is, and so that, because I was telling you about that with Caffeinated
Yeah.
as well, is you can create these polls through Instagram and TikTok, but through Instagram, ask them questions, and then they try to answer it throughout the show.
Steve, you're on the Time Warp page.
So that way you can, it's more interaction.
Right. That's
Right?
awesome.
It's
Yeah.
fun. I love that.
We love polls.
So, some of the things, do you want to get started?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. And then we'll ask you guys some questions here in a minute.
All right.
So I actually found this information out when I was kind of doing all my questions for the polls. So I guess we'll talk about this one first, and we'll leave all the other good ones for the end.
And you guys try and answer too.
Yeah, mostly
If
I was
you
going to
know.
ask the kids the question. Do you think Easter Island is a real place?
No. I don't even know what Easter Island is, so I'm a stick of course and sense will know.
So,
What do you, Brooke?
I think yes.
You think
Yep.
yes.
I
Okay.
do.
so Easter Island is a real place. And fun fact, do you know Squidward's house? That house, how it looks just like him, how it's got the two eyeballs and the nose, and it's really big and tall. Ironically, those are the same statues that are on Easter Island. There's over 700 of those really tall, big stone statues that look exactly like Squidward's house.
Yes, I've heard that.
And I love that. In 2017, Easter Island actually had a population of over 7,000 people who lived there naturally, which I felt like was really crazy because the island is completely rural. There's really no way to garden or anything like that. So to have a homestead on Easter Island would be really, really tough.
With Easter Island is actually an island that's off the coast of Australia, kind of, and it's far away. And these things, we see them from their heads up. They're actually buried full bodies down.
100%, yes.
They're actually buried full bodies down. Easter Island, do you have why it was named Easter Island?
It was named after Pascha or Resurrection Sunday.
Resurrection Sunday. So they believe they were big people on Easter Island. And if you guys get a chance, take a look at Easter Island because it's very fascinating because there's not a lot of people that live on it. It's very indigenous with the people who've been there and have been there forever. But it's a highly religious island. So they named it after Easter Sunday, the passing.
And I also found out some really cool stuff that follows up with Easter Island, and it goes a little bit more into depth, and it talks about how there's a Christian festival, and it's a cultural holiday commemorating the resurrection of Jesus from the dead. And right after that, that follows Holy Saturday, which is for Coptic Christians, and it's the final day of Holy Week, and that falls in between Good Friday and Easter Sunday.
Correct.
And
So, go ahead.
I'm so sorry, and then the last part of that is Easter Monday. It just like, yes, it just keeps going.
There's an Easter Monday?
So Easter
I've
Monday
never
is
heard
the
that.
second day of Easter,
My
and it actually
goodness.
is a public holiday in some places, so people have work and school off and things like that.
That's why.
It is a Western Christianity, so it marks the second day of the octave of Easter.
That's interesting. So, Daisy, do you go to church on Easter Sunday?
Sometimes, yeah.
Sometimes. So, what is your favorite thing about Easter Sunday? Do you
Like
Go
probably doing like Easter egg hunts or something.
Easter egg hunts? Do you have one scheduled for this time? For
I
this
think
Easter?
yeah.
Where are you guys having it at?
I'm at Aunt Terry's.
Say it again.
My Aunt Terry's.
Your Aunt Sally's?
Aunt Terry.
Aunt Terry's.
Yes.
Awesome. And do you do this every year?
Yeah.
So, tell me about it.
So it's me, Carson, my cousins, Amelia and Violet, and sometimes my nieces will join. And they hide eggs like anywhere there is, and then lots of them have like candy. And there's 2 golden eggs that have like $20 up inside that you're supposed to get. Only one, but nobody else can find them, so I end up getting both.
So,
Anyways.
how many years in a row have you gotten both?
Every single year.
Really?
Everyone.
Are they in the same spot?
No.
He's like, They're not in the same spot, so you actually go hunting for these because
Yes.
you know there's $20.
Well, I
in each
mean,
one.
because Carson, Amelia, and Violet want to like talk and have family time. While I'm like, I'm not.
Got it right. This is game
That's
time.
not true.
Oh, what is it? then?
Okay, so
That's not true because I've found both a couple years too.
Did you?
Yeah.
Awesome.
So she hasn't found them every year.
That's
Since
not
the last time you won, probably.
yeah, just the last
Like,
couple
yeah.
years.
So you'll have to
8
kick her
years?
butt to
8
this
years
one. 8 years ago?
Yeah.
Yes, that I have to say that actually, the Easter egg hunt at Aunt Terry's
Uh-huh.
has been a tradition since they could walk.
Oh, I
And
love
they're
that.
12, so it's really awesome.
Love
And
that.
I think we've only missed maybe 2, obviously with the pandemic.
Right.
And then there was one year, I think Terry was out of town or something. But it's,
I always said that.
well, we did it at our house, but it wasn't as fun because there was not any money in those golden eggs that Mommy did for you.
What do you mean? You did it.
Oh, I
Oh,
mean,
at her
never,
house.
yeah.
The
I mean,
Easter Bunny did
The
it.
Easter Bunny did it, you're right.
The Easter Bunny did it. Well, it was done at her house and not Aunt Terry's, is what she meant.
He's like,
So, do you guys
what
do
do
Easter
you
baskets?
mean?
Yes, yeah, the Easter Bunny brings those as well.
They do.
The Easter
Oh,
baskets.
cool.
But one tradition that I've done with them since they were able to walk, so,
Uh-huh.
is we've always had an upstairs, downstairs house, right?
Right.
And so their bedrooms have usually always been upstairs. And so no matter what tradition or what holiday it is, I always leave something on the table for them. So when they're able to come down, like Halloween, Valentine, I mean anything, right? It's just been my thing to always have a little gift for them on the table when they wake up. So
Oh, that is so
Yes.
cool.
It's like April Fools. I always have
Just
a
like
little
April
surprise
Fools.
for you
A little
guys.
surprise there for you.
And like honestly, I can relate because even though I'm a full-grown adult, my dad has gotten me something for Easter, Valentine's Day,
It's so sweet.
and I made a joke with David, and I said, "You're gonna forever be in competition with my dad. My
Yes.
dad gets me a Valentine's Day gift every year, man. I don't know,
See,
That's cool.
I think the little things end up meaning a lot.
100%.
They do, absolutely.
100%.
So, is that cool when you walk downstairs and you see something on the table?
Yeah.
Yeah? What's the last thing you got?
What do you mean?
Like when you walked downstairs and there was something on the table?
The last one?
Yeah.
Mhm. Do you remember?
Today?
Like, what was the last holiday that would have been?
Would have been their birthday.
Your birthday. Oh, yeah, because you're twins,
Yes,
so you
they're
both have the
twins,
same
so yes.
birthday. So, what was on the table for you?
Like there's a bear,
Uh-huh.
there's candy,
Uh-huh.
and a couple of dollars money.
Awesome.
And some balloons, right?
Yeah.
I
the
love you,
balloons.
man. Seriously, you're like, come on, keep it coming. I knew there was
That's
something else there.
awesome.
That sounds really chintzy. Come
That's
on.
awesome.
You know,
Yeah, but they're
now that I'm
really
thinking about it,
thin.
I
They're
remember
really-
that at Dad's house, but not at your
Okay.
house.
Oh,
It's
in
really
full,
thin.
in full disclosure, I ran over to Dad's to make sure when you
But
woke up
really?
That it was there.
there.
But really,
and you
the
can ask
bear
Daddy and he
meant
will
the
tell
most.
you.
The bear meant the
I didn't,
most.
I didn't really. If there's no balloons or money, or candy, and if there's just a bear, I'd still be happy with that.
Oh, I love
Uh,
that.
Yeah.
I have a feeling you'd be happy with anything that was on that table.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, that's cool.
What about you, Jace? What do you and Steve do?
Well, sadly, Steve makes a full dinner,
Oh, nice.
like
Okay.
ham.
What
a
time
ham
are we
dinner.
coming over?
Absolutely, you
Right?
can. He makes enough for everybody, trust me,
That's so
and it
awesome.
lasts because he likes to make them,
Steve,
the ham. He's a cook.
good
Can you
cook,
ask
huh?
him to make those oatmeal bars again?
I know, right?
Those were so
Maybe
good.
bunny shaped.
He-
Oh my
he
gosh, yeah,
told
right?
ya. What happened to all the comments?
They're right there.
That's it.
I know, right?
Oh, my mom's on.
Oh, she is?
Yep.
So,
Aw. Hi,
he a
Jason's
chef?
mom.
He's not a chef, no. But he cooks, and he doesn't cook like by recipe. He cooks by taste. That's how he was taught by his mom.
Measure with your heart.
Do you like to cook?
A little bit, yeah.
A little bit. How about you, Daisy?
Yeah.
You do. What's your favorite thing to cook?
Probably casserole or pancakes.
Oh, nice. How about you?
You can make casserole?
Oh, he's like, you better be making me some casserole.
Probably my favorite thing is to make,
Oh, look at Greg.
like a turkey.
Isn't that their father?
A chicken.
Can you see it, or is it too dark?
A chicken?
Like a chicken on Easter.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So, do you guys have a certain food that you eat on Easter?
No.
A certain
the
meal?
When we go up to our Nana sometimes,
Uh-huh.
she makes stuffing and a chicken and a chicken pot roast. Sometimes.
Awesome. So I know when Steve, do you guys have one?
What?
Like a certain meal you cook for Easter?
On any holiday, even if it's like a really small, silly one, like St. Patrick's Day, I make cinnamon rolls every morning. Like I get up really early.
Oh, homemade?
And yes,
Not
and
cracking
like,
open the
right,
tube.
and I be really trying sometimes, and make them like the big old fat ones.
And
But
you're telling Steve to make those bars.
well, come on, the bars were so much better. I don't know. I had to savor that thing. He gave me one piece. I was cutting it up through my whole shift. Yeah, eating little slivers of it.
Making it last.
Yeah, I swear to God.
He
At the
makes
end of my
it-
shift, I was like, "Do you have any more of those?"
For some reason, Steve loves to cook. He
That's
went
awesome.
Monday
Oh,
to buy the ham and the food
okay.
for Easter and planned the whole meal already.
that's lovely, though. Right?
So there'll be enough if everybody wants to cook.
Aw.
I have a did you know. We do these did you knows in the middle of them, like just they can be on topic, they can be off topic, but this one's on topic.
Oh.
What?
Is
you
it
want to do one?
no? Is it answering?
It's about Jesus.
Is it answering that?
No.
Okay.
So, eggs in the egg carton. Ever wonder how that came about? Did you know that America, in the United States, we are the only country that actually refrigerates our eggs?
Yes.
Yeah.
You did know that.
They did know that, yeah.
Good for you. We are the only country in the world that has pasteurization.
What's that?
That is the process of heating stuff and getting bacteria off of it, and that is why we have to refrigerate our eggs and dairy.
Like milk, if you drink unpasteurized milk, you can get really sick.
Unless you drink it directly from the animal.
Right.
Yeah. And that's funny to me because like when I've been to different countries and they have baskets sitting out with eggs in them, and they have these little egg cozies that go over the top.
Really?
Yeah. And they
sounds
just
sick.
sit out. They just sit out and they just grab the eggs out of the basket. We're the only country in the world that does
What's
that.
the science behind that?
The science behind
Right?
what?
That was my thing.
Because you're supposed to eat them quickly. So you eat them like within a couple of days of them being hatched.
So Canada.
Oh, okay.
You wash them still, huh?
Canada does not refrigerate.
No, most of them don't.
The UK.
No. UK is where I know they don't, and Mexico they don't either.
You know, the UK
No,
they
no.
don't even have like water. Like,
They don't have fluoride
They
in the
have
water.
water, but they have bags.
Yes.
Yeah, they have bags.
Yeah, and they also don't put fluoride in their water.
I have a friend who she lives in the United Kingdom right now, and we were just talking about how we here in America have so many more variety of fast food chains than they do in the United Kingdom, and they only have Taco Bell. And she asked me what kind of sauce I'm always using, which is Buffalo Wild Wings. When I went to look it up online to see if I could send it to her,
Yeah.
that bottle has like 3 ingredients in it that would make it illegal in the United Kingdom, and it would get stopped at customs.
Yeah, they're
and she
very
would
strict
never
on what
get it.
they can.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and like there's so many things here that we have in our food every day that they don't, and if we sent it to them, it would get stopped at customs because it's considered illegal.
Do you guys like?
I know,
Do you
right?
guys like cakes and
Yeah.
and stuff like that?
Yes.
So some of the traditional Easter foods are going to be a sweet bread, right? And that's throughout a lot of different cultures. And if you go to like Mexico or any other country, the bread is going to take the sweets are going to taste different there than they do here because they use sugar cane, whereas we use artificial sweeteners.
It's wild, isn't it?
Yes.
Here.
So, thank you, Steve.
Yeah.
See,
We're all being good.
I love that. Thank you so much.
my heart.
I'm the one who makes everybody use it, and I'm sitting here sitting it down without it. I'm surprised he's not having a heart attack as it is.
Papa was going crazy.
Yeah.
He's probably going. I already had a heart attack.
Yeah.
But there's a woman that I think that's interesting to know. Her name is Mary Pennington, and she was an American virologist and I don't know how to say that word.
Bacteriologist.
Yeah.
Bacterial.
Chemist, and she in the early 1900s she was looking at eggs going, okay, come on, we got to sell eggs, we got to do this, how are we going to package them? She created, and this is a woman in 1900,
Wow.
which you don't find a lot of women who are put up on that type of a pedestal. Usually they're not
Right.
back then.
They were called witches.
Yeah, pretty much. But she invented the egg carton.
Really?
Yep, Mary Ingle Pennington.
Well, she should better go to all the other countries then.
Well, to carry the eggs.
Did
You
you
still
also-
go. You still go to the store in England to get eggs. They're just not in the refrigerated part.
Oh.
What?
There was only 6. There
Yeah,
was
they started out with a
dozens,
sixth one because you have to eat them quickly.
So wild.
Yeah, because they wouldn't pasteurize, because pasteurization didn't start until the 1920s and 30s. So
I'm so curious to think about like what had to have happened where somebody was like, all right, I'm tired of getting sick. What do we have to do so I don't get sick after
well,
getting this?
I don't know if you would get sick, because other countries would do that if I mean, humans are humans.
I also did read too. I cannot remember what was it, like lime salt water, lime scale water. They soaked their eggs for
Yeah.
over a year and
I read that.
Did you read that?
Yeah, in
See, they
school.
teach people. I mean, they
yeah.
teach kids
oh
in
no
school
wait, they
so
taught
much
you that
more
in
now.
school.
They have a whole
That's
food
really
science.
cool.
What grade are you guys in?
Sixth grade, they taught us in 5th grade.
They taught you in 5th grade.
Do they still have home ec? They take that away? They still have
Oh
that?
no, they still have that.
What do you learn
No, wait,
in home
what-
ec?
Usually.
This is going to turn into like.
Wait, what school do you go to?
Anderson Middle School.
That's really cool.
So
They have cooking like cookies or like cake or like cupcakes,
so it's similar to our home
and
ec.
then the 8th graders and 7th graders have like GoBot babies they have to take care of.
Okay, so do any of these home ec
That's lit.
classes by chance teach you how to like balance a checkbook?
Or
Not
change a tire?
checkbook, but you know.
No,
what I
but
mean.
you know what,
I don't have-
they
that's
will have to.
woodwork.
Woodwork.
That's wood shop.
Oh no. Checkbook is in this day
How you
and
write
age
money?
a
Pay
phrase.
a bill.
There's still a wood shop
Right.
Yeah.
in the high school.
Oh yeah.
Well,
But I didn't take home ec.
No,
not yet.
not
But-
yet. But
Because I didn't get the chance to, because I'm doing some other thing.
see, I took home ec, but I took it in 12th as an elective because I needed.
Because you needed to
But
graduate.
also, I needed to do. I didn't really have any choice either to do that one, so I couldn't do home ec
Ah.
You'll do it though before middle school, buddy.
So when do they do that?
before middle school.
Well, I mean, before you're out of middle school.
Yeah.
But, you know, the Governor Whitmer, made
Yeah.
it a law that there has to be a financial class now for kids.
So there's a
That's
separate
literally
financial
so-
class.
Yes, it will be because it's like, how do they
Right.
not know how to do this?
No, yeah.
So I think that went into law recently.
And is it started in high school level
Yes,
Yes.
they'll need it before
You know,
to graduate.
to graduate?
I'm a scout rank in Boy Scouts.
Are you?
Yeah.
So both of you are in Scouts, right?
Yeah.
So what level Boy Scout are you?
I'm a scout. I'm a rank scout, but I'm almost a tenderfoot.
Awesome.
I'm Tenderfoot.
Are you?
That's,
Cool.
So are you currently?
I sound like I know what I'm talking about, right?
So you're in
I
Girl
don't.
Scouts, right?
No.
No.
BSA.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Oh yeah.
Alexander,
There's
yeah,
no
Boy
separation
Scouts.
anymore.
Wait a minute. Oh, wait, hold on. I gotta get filled in. I need to.
2017 they made it okay for girls to be in BSA.
So is it all under the?
I think there is still a
But
school
Girl
of Girl
Scouts are
Scouts, right?
Well,
But Girl Scouts are mean because they don't let boys do it.
I used to be a Girl Scout, and I am just so intrigued because obviously things were so much different then than they are now. But I have a very serious question, Daisy, because I had heard from another Girl Scout, and I need to confirm it. Are you guys taking away the s'mores Girl Scout cookie?
I don't even do cookies.
No, she's a Boy Scout.
Yeah, she's a BSA. So
She's
they don't.
BSA.
They sell.
Oh,
We sell leaves.
They sell wreaths.
Christmas
That's
and
lit.
popcorn.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, only the Girl Scouts does.
Okay,
the
so now,
cookies.
okay, I thought that it was just like both of them kind of merged
we
together, and
sell
then they
those.
both
Sometimes.
kind of
No.
did the
Sometimes,
same
but
thing.
the famous Girl Scout
Those
cookies
Girl
come
Scouts
from the
and
Girl
Boy
Scouts.
Scouts, it's just if a Girl Scout wants to be a BSA Scout, they can join. But those, like, they still separate it by law. It can't be, like, together.
Sure.
Like, it's the same troop, but, like, some of them have, like, a boy part. Like, I know me and my friends sometimes go to Carson and his friends' boy troop, but there has to be, like, at least 2 leaders that are the same gender.
Sure, of course, that makes sense. But they teach you how to, like, tie cool
yeah.
knots and stuff, right?
Mhm.
That would be, like, the one thing that I would want to learn, like...
And I love that you know
You
it
know?
happened in 2017.
You know,
Well, that
That is so cool.
Well, that's probably something that they
Yes.
also have to know,
you
too.
know, I've been in scouting since I was a Lion Scout,
Mhm.
a Lion Cub Scout, and that's kindergarten. No, I think it was preschool.
Preschool,
No, that was
Oh.
kindergarten.
kindergarten.
The preschool.
No.
I was in the I was in the troop when I was in preschool, but I wasn't officially a scout. You can like go to the meetings when you're in preschool,
Uh-huh.
but that's just to like see how you like it and stuff. And then when you're in kindergarten, you could actually officially be a Lion Scout.
Awesome.
Do you guys still wear vests
Yeah.
and get patches? That's like the
so many
coolest part.
patches.
That was like the coolest part, man. It like really put everything into a sense for you.
So tell me, do you still have to sew them on?
No.
Oh, really? I thought...
There's a store that does that.
No way, really?
Yes, it's called the Scout Shop.
Oh my gosh, what? Is it Scouts at least sewing it on there for you?
It's not sewed on. Sometimes it's like
Ironed on?
Yeah, and then they're making a new thing, but like we're not supposed to tell the Scouts still about this. Velcro. Or you can just put it on.
Why can they take it away?
No, I mean because if you go to the Scouts shop and
Stuff
ask them
changes, numbers and stuff.
Oh,
them
okay.
to like put on something, because like let's say you're tenderfoot and you have on your tenderfoot badge, and then you become second class, and you have to get that off and then put on.
Sure.
Which is like $5 to take it off and put it on. So they have Velcro, but if you ask them to put it on, they won't do it because they won't want you to just
To do that,
for free.
right? Yeah, exactly.
Right.
They want you to pay that $5.
Mhm.
What's your favorite patch that you've earned, Carson?
From Cub Scouts or
Either
Or
one,
Scouts.
anytime.
Scouts, where you're at now?
probably my favorite one was when we went to our camping recently and we got this cool patch for horse riding.
That's
Awesome.
cool. I'm scared of horses, so that's really cool.
We've
She
been
is.
horse riding. Me and Daisy and Mom and Dad.
I love
We've
horse
all been
riding.
horse riding. Like
Did you go on a horse?
our parents have.
She got bit by a
have
horse.
like
Oh my
Like
gosh,
bit by a
so much.
horse.
I'm so scared.
But I've been on it like more than 6 times.
Yeah.
I love horse riding.
Yeah, me too.
I do too. So, have you ever bareback horse ridden without a saddle? Have you ever rode on a horse without a saddle?
Is that dangerous?
Well, you use the hair. Just wondering if
No.
you have.
But it's not
Do they
dangerous.
teach that anymore?
It is.
I have.
You have?
What?
Really?
Yeah, there's levels, and you can get off the saddle and onto the bareback, but you have to be able to control it by the mane.
So, Mom, I don't think you would ever be able
I
to
don't
do
think
that.
so.
Whereas a saddle, you control the horse by your heels
Yeah,
and the reins.
and the reins, yeah.
You still use the heels to control the horse, but you have to use their mane.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
How do you
And
get
I'm going
with
to tell you, it hurts.
It does?
Well, yeah, you're not. Saddles are comfortable. You're on the back of a horse. He's got a backbone like we do, and you feel every minute
That's
of
so
it.
scary.
The only part I don't like about horse riding is like sometimes they just want to run, and then you're like going up
Yeah.
and down. Especially
Yes.
when you don't have a saddle on, it's like really
Right.
uncomfortable.
That's
So-
awesome.
You've done that before? Come.
I love that. Okay. So, back to Easter a little bit. No, we'll go
Yes,
off on these side
Katie.
things. They know how we are.
Oh no, are people saying, talk about Easter?
No.
Thighs are important on a horse. Yes, they are. to keep your balance.
What do they say?
Your inner thighs are important because they hold you, grip you onto the horse.
Do you think they'll ever event like a thing where you can talk through the messages, like comments?
Like on Facebook? Yeah, we have
Yeah.
comments going on right here.
But I'm saying, do you think they'll ever event something where you can talk through it? And
Oh, you actually hear the voices.
Actually,
Oh.
That
you
would be
can bring them on.
terrifying.
You can do that. You can bring them on to, and on Instagram you can. Is it Facebook too? You can?
Really?
Yeah, you can actually bring them on,
Okay.
and they will. What will happen is this will split screen, and their face will appear.
Oh.
Like right when we start our live and like I pull it up on my phone, it says request to be in the live, and then like if I do that, it'll come up on his end.
So, like, if, for instance, if I was doing a show, and she couldn't make it to the show, I could flip her into the show
Oh, that's cool.
from
From,
a
like,
distance,
wherever I'm
from
at.
wherever.
Cool.
Oh yeah, you can do that through them all. So Easter is Sunday. Do you guys get dressed up when you go to church? Do you wear like a suit and
A
Big old
bonnet.
church hat.
not a bonnet?
I want I can't always, but when I can, I do. But when Daisy can, she does not.
Well, that's all right, Daisy.
Me
I'm
too,
with
Daisy.
you
You're so
100%.
funny.
I am not a suit and tie person. Some people are.
Yeah,
Some
I'm
people
a
are
big
not.
dresser.
Are you? See, that's awesome. And some people love it and they look good in it. And we have an event we're going to be going to soon that requires dress up, so it's going to be interesting to see what I'm going to wear.
Yeah, what are you going to wear?
Well, it's going to have to match your dress.
Yes, it
I
is.
know that.
It'll be
Steve's
like-
like, what is
it'll
he
be like
talking
prom.
about?
Aw, that's gonna be so cute.
Does Steve, is he a big dresser?
When he has to, yes.
Okay.
But we tend to dress very retro, vintage. Like, for instance, when we need to go to a black tie event, like if we went to the auto
Charity preview?
thank you, charity preview, we would dress in like 1940s.
Yeah.
Almost like,
Do you dress your cats up?
we do. That is so funny. We do for Halloween and stuff like that, and Christmas and stuff. But we cannot get clothes on our cats to save your life. On like a sweater, like
They
you
like
see.
seize up and then they
This
just
is
fall over.
what you see on the internet is never true. These cats do not like water. They do not dress well. They do not.
You have to like do that as soon as they're born. You gotta like put them in the bathtub and like put clothes on them, or else they're gonna hate it.
Do you dress your cat? You have a cat and dog, right? Do you dress them for Easter?
Well,
No.
James, we can put a sweater on him. He
James
likes
is
that.
Is the dog.
the
Yeah,
dog.
he likes that. But Smokey, I don't know if they can find her size, but I doubt she'd like it.
I doubt cats tend to only just fall over.
Yeah, they
You
get
know,
like
after,
really scared.
If we do, we'll probably come out, say we finally like come downstairs and we said finally we got it on, but then like our whole face and everything's just red and bleeding, and from the scratches.
Oh,
no,
yes.
yours, yes.
Yeah.
I had to think for a
Oh,
minute
yes.
what you were referring to.
And I said, what
Love it.
happened? Right?
Oh my god.
Yeah, see, that's the bad thing about trying to dress our cats. They have claws, and they use them well. So, Easter eggs, dyeing Easter eggs. Do you guys dye Easter eggs?
We do.
Yeah.
You do.
All the time.
All the time, not just on Easter?
No, I meant like every
I know what you
Easter.
meant.
Every Easter.
So, I haven't dyed eggs in years.
Oh my gosh,
Isn't that
I've got the
awful?
vinegar, the tablets. We're ready to go, man.
You
We
should
each
do
got
that?
our own pack.
You do?
Yes, of course.
I
Well,
got.
Easter's this weekend.
Yes, we're doing it, man.
Oh.
Yeah.
Here's a little fun fact that you can do the next time you guys color your eggs. If you have a white crayon and you color designs on your egg and then dip it,
Right.
and when you pull it out, everything that you drew on your egg with the white crayon
We did that
Stays
before.
on there,
We did
yeah.
it before.
And I'm really excited to dye eggs too. I got the golden egg pack, so I'm just gonna dye a bunch of eggs gold.
I'm boring.
What'd you get?
Nothing. That's why I'm boring.
Do you guys
I'm a klutz. I'll
remember-
have color everywhere.
I don't know if they make
Right,
them
Steve?
now.
I know
For the kids, like I don't know if they still make things like that if they're trendy, but I don't know if Christine or Brooke or Jason, you remember too. They had like little troll doll, like kits where like it came with feet and you could
Yes.
roll them and then set your egg on it and then put the hair
hair
on
on it,
top
yes.
it. Those were the best.
Is this Facebook?
This is Facebook.
Okay, Instagram. I didn't know which one was which.
Yes.
So, Easter eggs. We got a little bit of information about you about the first colored Easter egg.
Oh, tell me.
Oh, okay. Well, you have the full backline.
Do you want me to read it?
Yeah, because
Okay.
I don't remember the full
So,
thing, but I can tell you what color it is.
For is this?
Catholic.
No, that's not it.
Catholic.
No, hold on.
Actually, let me see.
Wait, Catholic celebrate Easter?
Yes, correct.
No, it's not it.
Oh, here it is. According to legend,
Okay, let's listen.
this is a legend, okay? And we know legends because none of us were alive back then. So, according to you were? Tell me all about it.
So,
I'm intrigued.
I'm intrigued.
That'll be a second. That'll be another show.
I know you are. According to legend, after Jesus was resurrected, Mary Magdalene, a devout follower, went to visit the Roman Empire, Tiberius Caesar. And in Rome, she brought with her an egg, okay, to illustrate that Jesus had been resurrected like an egg hatching. I've never heard this.
I have never heard this either.
And we found it on several different sites that this was an actual legend. She held the egg out in her hand, okay? And she held the egg out in her hand and said, "Christ has risen." The emperor replied, "Christ has no more risen than the egg in her hand was red." Upon saying those words, the egg in Mary's hand turned red in front of his
Really?
eyes.
How?
As a sign of God that her message was true. This may be how tradition of the decorated egg started. The first egg decoration in history was red. Can you believe that?
And you know, so what's so interesting is that you don't often see a red Easter egg.
No.
Exactly.
There's no dye for red.
There's never
There's
red.
No,
There's never red. And I just said that to him earlier, and I was like, that's actually really creepy because
Yeah.
seeing a red egg is just weird.
So Jasmine and I do our research separately.
Okay.
Okay, so we make it a point to do research separately. That way we are not finding the same information
And if there's like
and
discrepancies
regurgitating the
or
same
like
thing.
Yeah,
missing
for sure.
right?
No, that's
that
a
we can
great,
link up
yeah,
with
that's
each
a
other.
great idea.
So we do our research separately, and we then come together and say, okay, what'd you find? What'd you do? What'd you do?
Mm-hmm.
And we both found the red egg.
Wow.
That the very first Easter egg was red. She came up with the very first Easter egg was red, but she couldn't figure out why it was red.
Like, I think I was reading that passage and just like wasn't understanding it. So then I just like skimmed past it and was like, well, this is obviously not giving me the answer that I'm looking for. But when I came in, he read this to me and I was like, oh, well, I guess that was correct.
Yes,
Wow.
and I found that interesting.
It's very interesting.
Because I had to go look. Have you guys ever heard that? You guys, like when you're in church and they talk about
I think so.
about Easter, have you heard about the red,
No.
the egg turning red in
I
the
think
hand?
so, yeah.
Now,
I mean, the water to wine,
Yeah.
the that type of thing, I hear all the time.
now, do you think like a little bit further, one step into depth, that like, do you think that color red really has like a strong significance and a correlation between the two? Because like, for example, like when you drink the blood of Christ, it's not white wine. You're
It's red
drinking
wine.
red
Red
wine. When you think of the color red, you're thinking of fertility, rebirth, love, and lust. So there's so many different things that I feel like maybe I could just again be overthinking it.
Yeah,
but
because he said the word red. I think
So red
Nero
wine
or
is-
Caesar
is
said
blood?
red.
What's to signify?
No, right,
So
that's
I'm
what-
wondering. Yeah.
like do you think
Just
that
the
the first like it was red because following everything else down the timeline was also gonna
Possibly.
be red,
Possibly.
if
What do you
that
think?
makes sense.
I'm just so intrigued that there's not a red
Dye,
I mean,
right?
Dye.
that's what's so interesting.
There's
I
like
found-
magenta, but
I found like once in a dream, like I was walking down the street in my dream, and like I found a person with a basket of red eggs.
Really?
I wonder how they got the red because red is a primary color, so you can't mix two colors to create it.
Right.
So that's
So
interesting.
that-
There
so
must be
that's my
red
dream.
somewhere, but you can dye with other things too, like hair dye
So
and
do you
stuff
know
like that.
how I had that dream?
How'd you have the? Oh, you dreamt that?
Yeah,
Oh, how'd you have that dream?
I don't know. Like it was the night after we dyed eggs.
Oh, so it
No.
was subliminal because you were dyeing eggs. The fact that you dreamt that there was red eggs in the basket's interesting.
It is, yeah.
I have a question,
Yes.
guys. Do you know what food is made and mostly eaten on Shrove Tuesday?
What is Shrove
What is
Tuesday?
Shrove Tuesday?
Pre-Lent.
Okay, people are going to yell, "You don't know anything." No.
So it's the first week before Lent actually takes place. It's called Shrove Tuesday.
What is Shrews? Did you?
Shrove is pre-Lent.
Oh, pre-Lent.
Yep, that's
Okay.
like Shrove means pre-Lent. And do you think it's bread, pancakes, or cupcakes?
Bread.
Pancakes.
I'm hoping it's cupcakes.
You're right, Daisy. You're
It's
very
pancakes?
close. You're very close, and I could see how you could think that because buns are one of the main food staple if we're looking at the savory side, but there's a fun fact about that too. They eat pancakes because it hits all aspects of things that people give up during Lent. They give up carbs, they give up sweet things, they give up bread, they give up processed foods. Those are just usually basic things that a lot of people give up during Lent.
And your processed food will be the syrup.
Correct.
Oh.
And the other one that was a fun fact about what Carson said is what type of bun do you think people mostly eat for Easter? Burger buns, hot cross buns, or cinnamon buns?
Is cinnamon buns?
Vocal ones.
You guys are so close. It is hot cross buns. And I don't know if they still teach recorder class in school.
They do.
They do? Do they make you learn hot cross buns?
I think they do.
Do you remember that?
my-
Yeah.
I had to.
My cousin,
Mm-hmm.
Amelia.
Did you?
She played hot cross buns for me, and I was like, I don't know playing hot cross buns.
Yes.
Yep.
Come on, all together now.
Right, exactly.
I can play it. I can play it on my bass clarinet in the high range and medium range and the low range.
That's cool. That's really cool. Playing it on clarinet would be even harder. Than
You
playing
play the clarinet?
Yeah, I
you
switched to
play
bass
something?
clarinet.
I play the
I switched to
trumpet,
bass clarinet.
drums, piano,
What?
and some guitar.
Okay, so you play the trumpet, you play the clarinet. I
And
am so
guitar.
sorry for you.
Guitar
And so
harmonica.
that's a lot of noise.
Just also guitar and harmonica.
That's
Harmonica's cool too.
And also, but actually, on clarinet and bass clarinet,
I'm jealous
it's
of both of you.
actually a clarinet and bass clarinet. It's actually like if you're going to high and low part, that's pretty hard. But if you're just having the regular one, that's pretty easy.
I'm jealous of both of you because I don't know how to
It's
play.
probably
Well,
the
you know what?
first.
Anytime. Feel free to come over.
Yeah, with,
I said
I
play,
forgot
not
your
listen.
name,
No, I'm kidding.
I forgot your name.
Jasmine.
Jasmine. Like probably that's one of the first songs you learn.
Yeah.
Was what?
Hot cross
Hot cross
buns.
buns.
Hot cross
Oh,
buns.
nice.
Probably that was the first song I learned.
It's only like 4 notes, you know?
Oh,
And
it's,
it's like
an actual song?
Yeah.
Oh,
hot
yeah.
cross buns.
Yeah.
What?
You didn't know
It's
that?
only three notes. It's the same 3 notes.
Over
Really?
and over.
But
Like I said, music, I only
Dude,
listen
I-
to actual finished music.
That's literally it.
I can do the high
Okay, but
part
here's,
too.
here's
I
my
can
big
do
question.
Can you?
Do you like hot cross buns? Because they're not that great.
No, they're really not. They're really
not.
dry.
Yes.
Brooke, you're
Has,
so funny.
like,
Gross. They are gross.
5, like 3 octaves.
Oh,
So
wow.
I can play it in
You're
3
so
octaves.
funny.
You know, it doesn't surprise me there's a song for hot cross buns and that bread is always talked about at Easter because that is it's breaking bread.
Right,
So
right.
part of every single culture in this world has bread in their Easter tradition.
So going back to tradition for a
Yeah,
minute. So with, their Greg, his family.
Yeah.
They're originally from Kentucky, and the whole angel biscuit.
Yes.
So angel biscuits have been a thing of their life forever, right? Because his mom used to make them, and then his Aunt Terry makes them, and so it's always one of those things where they're always
And
asking,
Dad makes them too.
"Does Dad make them really?"
They're very
Because it
sweet,
takes
right?
about 2
6
days.
days to make.
No, they're like a biscuit.
They're like a biscuit, but they're
an
not
actual-
sweet.
No. So
Oh.
it's just like a.
Biscuits
Really
given from
fluffy.
the angels.
Exactly.
Are they like the big ones like you get at Chinese restaurants?
Oh my gosh, those are like the best thing
No.
ever.
No, I don't
No.
think so. But it's something that's tradition, and it's like to learn how to make them because it does take a couple days, I think.
Does it?
Because you have to raise
Is it
the yeast
sourdough?
Oh, from scratch.
from scratch. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, if it was
Nice.
sourdough, I'd be
So,
all over that.
tell me,
Me
Brooke,
too.
what's one of the traditions that you had as a kid?
So-
Or that your favorite thing as a kid, and then what is one of the ones that you brought down to your kids?
You're laughing.
Well,
That's what I mean. It's not laughing.
I brought nothing. Are you kidding?
So the
Yeah,
thing when I
dude.
say bring stuff down to your family, I mean
Yes.
traditions. It's not an actual thing.
oh.
It is
Right.
it is something she does.
So, like,
For
for
the most
example,
part.
like your mom putting something on the table for you guys to wake up to, like, that's a tradition that your mom has brought.
Right. Now, was that something that happened to you as a kid? No. So you started that tradition. So if you guys have children in the future, you could carry that down to
Right.
your kids.
Right.
And that comes from which your kids would call her Nana probably.
Right.
And it can be brought down, so it
Right.
starts the tradition that way. So what is
Okay,
this?
so mine, black jelly beans.
Yes.
They are my
Steve
They
too.
are my favorite, and yes, so I love black jelly beans, and they're not always easy to find,
No.
right?
Like this year, I haven't found a single bag.
Well, you know what? Judy, actually, a friend of mine, actually brought me a bag yesterday to the show because I was like, I can't find black
saw the
jelly
picture.
beans. Yes, of the target bag. I'm like, it's a black jelly bean bag. And then my grandmother, Grandma Ruby, used to bake one of those bunny cakes with the coconut
Oh,
and the
yes.
maraschino cherries for
Yes.
eyes.
Why didn't you bring that down?
I'm going to step away for 1 second
Okay,
because
sure.
I actually have a book that has that in it.
Oh, do you
It's,
really?
it's right on the front
Yeah,
table.
I'm going to grab it.
So, it has coconut, and then it's like white. You know, I'm allergic to chocolate anyway, so
Yeah.
it has to be white. But the coconut, and I mean, it used to. When you look at the pictures now, you're like, that doesn't look very tasty.
It's nightmare fuel for
yes,
sure.
for sure, right? But
Speaking of black jelly beans.
oh, look at that! That is
That's actually so
awesome.
Isn't that
cute.
hilarious? The black jelly
That
beans.
is so
Isn't that
cool.
funny?
Oh my
But
god!
anyways, this is probably where she got it from.
Let me. Oh, let's see.
See if the bunny's in
Is
there.
the bunnies in here?
All the animals are in there.
Oh my goodness! Is that the bunny? Or
That's,
That is a
or
bunny.
that is a
that
bunny,
is
but
a
your
bunny.
mom's is probably a lot better looking.
Or is it a? Hold on, because I think that was
Kind of had a whole body.
a whole
A whole body
a
bunny.
whole body bunny.
But that's the style.
That's the, yep, it's
Yeah,
really the
it's
style.
they're coconut animals.
Yeah.
It was a big thing in the 1950s and 60s
Oh.
that actually probably be 60s 70s for your mom.
Right.
And so yeah, so they would do these. They have cake pans
Yeah.
that would be these, and we showed these last week. But they actually have to cut the cake in pieces.
Oh, not.
Well, today.
You just buy those.
Well,
silicone
no,
pans,
she
right?
would have had to
Right.
do that because I don't think those pans came out until the 70s.
Well, I was born in. We were born in the '70s, so
Yeah.
it might have been. Oh, you know what it was? It was the round cake pan,
Yeah.
and then cutting the ears. Right.
That's right. She
That's
cut the
what it
ears.
was.
Yep. Because
Papa was
some
born
of
in
them,
the
some of those cake pans didn't come out till the late 70s. So she would have had to start them
Right,
that way.
right.
And then she probably walked in the store, saw the bunny pans, and went,
Oof, thank goodness. But yeah, so that's one of my. Yeah, you know what? And I'm still looking for a bunny
"Oh, you
pan.
could do full body."
Oh yeah. The
Wow.
cut
That's
That's scary.
That's a bit
looking really scary,
terrifying.
yeah.
It's a bit
But
terrifying, the
look,
cut
you think
of
that's
it.
bad? Look at the turtle.
Yeah.
The turtle's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Mhm. See
I like the
people?
turtle.
So some of these old cookbooks are just crazy. They really
Can I
are.
look at that recipe?
But
real
it's
quick?
called Baker's Coconut.
Okay, let's check it
There,
out.
look at the back of it. It advertising
Oh,
the coconut.
Oh, it actually.
I have my
See,
foot to
cook
sit.
Is it?
That's
Yeah.
cool.
Shake it.
That's coconut. Shake
Yeah,
your
but
foot,
it
bud.
hurts. Yeah, shit.
Pins and needles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, your arm's asleep.
So
My foot.
another thing I didn't know about when it comes to Easter, you guys, is the fact that Thursday is considered Holy Thursday because of this right here. The Last Supper
Last Supper.
happened the Thursday before.
Oh, right.
I was gonna say I need some explanation of why that's called the whole.
Actually, you just see part of it, but the Last Supper, I read that and I was like, seriously, it's part of Holy Week.
Well, Palm Sunday.
Yep.
Right.
And then it works its way
it
down.
works its way down. Yeah.
Yep. And you know that's I knew this growing up because we went to church. I was in the plays. Are you guys ever in plays at church?
There is no place.
No, churches don't have plays anymore.
No, we go to Kensington.
Kensington. Oh, I don't.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
big
The-
bands and lots of
oh, I love good dance churches. But
I'm in a worship team.
a worship team. What is
Yeah.
that?
A worship team is where you dance.
and sing. It's
Oh, okay.
worship,
So
yeah.
that's good.
Kids worship team.
Yeah,
Yep.
because to me that's church.
Yes.
Not sitting there going. You know
And
what I
then
mean?
passing.
Wake up, man! Wake
Right,
up!
right. And then, like, the bucket comes around and you're like, oh, gosh.
You're like, oh, I'm tapped out today.
You literally.
Right? I know. So, it's so funny because, and I talked about this last week, but did you know that Ethiopia, and when I speak about, are you pushing against something?
No, it's this.
Nope, it's this.
Oh, is it that? I
Oh.
thought it was me.
You told me.
I was like,
to
is
Oh,
it
no,
me?
no, it's, I didn't know what it was.
Yeah, I was.
Early, I was like, what is that? No, I don't care.
Okay.
So, Ethiopia, and you and I can attest, I'm thinking ages here. Actually, Christina might too. You always grew up hearing, don't eat all your food. There's people starving in Africa. There's
Africa.
people starving in Africa.
Yeah.
Ethiopia's in Africa. And because Ethiopia had such a famine, right? And so a lot of church organizations went there and helped. Well, that led to Ethiopia being the largest concentrations of Christians in the world. And Easter is their holiest of holidays. It actually lasts a week, and their Lent lasts 52 days.
Wow.
Can you believe that? 52 days. Well, no wonder Easter's a week. They're hungry.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You're so funny, dude.
Well, 50, you give up something.
You were so funny, Jason.
It's actually called Difo Debo. I don't know how to say that. Difo Debo? Difo.
Difo Dabo.
Difo Dabo. That's what they call it.
Really?
It's the most sacred day of the year. Is in for Christians is Easter for them. But Ethiopia's not a big country. But for it to have the largest concentrations of Christians in the world, and I think a lot of it had to do with because during the 80s, a lot of church groups went over there to help feed a lot of the Ethiopians that were starving. So it helped them to convert, I think.
That's
It
amazing.
must have.
Right.
I was blown away that it was Ethiopia. So, but it's pretty cool. What else you got?
Okay, I don't know if you. I should have asked you before we
go ahead.
started, but deviled eggs.
Oh, what?
Do you guys have this written down anywhere?
No,
or?
go ahead.
No, but I'm going to tell you right now.
Go ahead.
Deviled eggs are one of my favorite things in the
Oh,
whole
is it
world.
really?
Like,
Who makes the best deviled eggs?
And Terry.
What?
Do you?
I do.
Mom.
I don't care who makes them as long as I get to eat them.
Right? I'm the same way. Okay,
What? Wait,
deviled
what?
eggs.
what?
She said, I don't care who makes them as long
Oh,
as
yeah,
I
as
get
long
to
as
eat
I
them.
get to eat them. Yeah,
Does
100%.
Aunt Terry make them?
She does, but I thought Mommy made them the best.
Brooke, I love you. You're so
That's why
funny.
she
You're-
said
Okay, so
Who
no,
makes
and I
the
don't know
best
why I
deviled
never
eggs?
thought of that.
Yeah,
to
but
think
some
about that.
people just can't stand them, right?
Then they're not
Some-
my
More
favorite.
for me.
Right?
I'm
But
like, then they're not my
I mean,
favorite.
I love them.
If you don't
They-
like them, just
Yeah.
I'll just try
Do
the
you like
whole
them?
platter.
I
Like,
love them. More
I
than
do
life.
too.
Christy,
So-
you like deviled eggs?
I'm going to tell you guys something. They make deviled egg potato salad.
Oh yeah, they've had it.
Have you had? Oh my
Oh
god.
yes, it's the
It's
best.
not easy to find.
No, it isn't.
But oh my god.
You know, my
I don't understand what's so different about egg salad and
Because it's the deviled eggs is sweeter. So when you make egg salad, they put the pickle or whatever it is
Right.
in it,
Relish
and then
or-
they use Miracle Whip instead of mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise. There's the big
That's the big
controversy.
one.
My,
Right?
my
Yep.
mom's made that before.
Yeah, and it's potato salad, and I'll go crazy.
what do
on
you
that.
prefer naturally
Look at
though?
this.
Like, I'm sorry. My phone is always
You know,
dying.
my
all the time.
my dad and my uncle Ilish, they have these competitions
I love
for
it.
deviled eggs and angel biscuits.
We're just gonna show up and be the judge, and we're just gonna let them cook, and
No,
we're just
it's-
gonna try it out and let them know. And
Usually, like all of like my the older women in the family will make them. Like take weeks for them to make so much just for my dad and Uncle Ilish to like they run to get
to
them.
get them, oh, I bet.
I'm-
To eat them before they.
Me
I would
too.
be there too. Are you kidding? I'm surprised you're not running for it as well.
I do.
Like
Right.
my grandma had one of those old Pyrex deviled egg trays where it had 2 rows. You know,
Uh-huh.
I would always eat the bottom row and put the thing back on top, so then she would never know that I was eating them all. And then
Sounds
by the
like
time
something I
like
would do.
they would eat the whole top, they would think that there's another thing, and then they would open it. And there would be there'd only be a couple in there, yeah. And they
can't
would know
believe
it
I
was
never
me
thought
every
of that.
time. They knew it was me every time because all the other kids never knew like that the Pyrex had another thing underneath
Another
it. You know?
layer.
Yeah, I was always the one that was over there, always stealing the ones out of the bottom.
So when Steve will make deviled eggs. Now, as you can realize, I say whenever we talk about cooking,
Yes,
it's Steve.
it's Steve.
All right. So the way I do it is I'm with somebody who cooks.
Right.
Otherwise,
You're starving.
I'm eating fast food or cheese sandwiches and
Me
top
too.
ramen.
What's Tom Robin?
Like ramen noodles.
Yeah, ramen.
I
noodles.
don't know that they've never had ramen noodles.
Yeah, when you're in
Wow,
college, you
Have
might.
you?
if you have never had them, just keep your body as pure
You don't
as
really
it is
have
right now.
them
Don't ever
until
eat
you're
them
in college.
I've had them before.
You have?
In fact, Dad taught me a trick to
Have
just
you ever had fun?
Drop an egg in it.
no to just eat them dry.
Oh, you know what? I know people
I
who do
love them
that.
dry too, dude. You crush them up in the package and then you put
In the
seasoning-
bag,
You know,
you put the
I
seasoning
saw-
pack in it. Yes.
Yeah.
I saw
Can we
this
say
trick.
sodium?
No, what you do
It
is
is
you do that and
pure
you pour it on a salad.
I saw this 5-minute craft. I saw this 5-minute craft to make it like if somebody doesn't know like a language like Chinese or Japanese to get ramen noodles and put Sharpie on it and then put it on a piece of paper and it will look like that, and they won't know the difference. And you'll be teaching them.
I see
I
that.
tried it. I tried it immediately. My friends were like, "Daisy, is that ramen noodle on the thing?" And I was like,
No, it's Japanese.
Because I tell you, I did that and I put them on salad.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Because I would
Instead
break
of
it up.
croutons or
And,
whatever?
yeah, well, when you're in college,
Oh, yeah.
it was lettuce and that.
Right. Like, this is
You
filling.
know.
How many ways
Yeah.
can we switch it up, you know?
Right?
Water.
But
Oh,
I'm going
gosh.
to tell you, I cannot believe I didn't think of deviled eggs.
Me
No,
neither.
camera
Whenever
can't see
Steve
you.
makes deviled eggs, he'll make them for like, especially if we're having guests over or whatever.
Right.
He'll make them and he'll put them in the, but literally in the like below or somewhere there'll be another whole tray because he knows I'll eat
knows.
them before we'll even
Okay,
get
so mayonnaise or Miracle Whip?
Miracle Whip.
Yeah.
Miracle Whip. I hate mayonnaise. Miracle Whip
Well,
on everything.
well, because Miracle Whip is actually like,
7-layer salad.
oh gosh, 7-layer salad. That sounds so brutal, honestly.
it does.
But the kids weren't here last Tuesday, so
No.
I did want to tell them,
Yeah.
before we wrap it up, that did you guys know the true story behind Peter Cottontail?
Oh yeah.
And
I don't even know what Peter Cotton.
Okay.
Oh my gosh,
No,
this is
they
Pe-
don't have them anymore.
that's Peter Cottontail right there. That cute
So
little
Peter
bunny
Cottontail
right
was
there.
a story. Oh, you're about to tell him. Go ahead.
So Peter Cottontail originated from a doll, and a little boy
It's a
had
rabbit.
it's a rabbit. Yes, had a best friend who just unfortunately was always sick all of the time from allergies and just unfortunate things happening to them. So they thought a way to cheer them up was to make them a stuffed rabbit, which is Peter Cottontail.
Mm-hmm.
Peter Cottontail was literally just a thought, never was anything legitimate until the doll became a doll, and then so on and so forth. It just became a tradition every year that they would always get a new Peter Cottontail doll, but they would leave it in certain spots. So instead of them just feeling down on themselves and bad, it would they would have to look for it. Hence is why you have to find your basket when Peter Cottontail drops it off.
So Beatrix Potter.
Yes, thank you so much.
Beatrix Potter wrote the story of it, and so Peter Cottontail, when we were kids, would there was a cartoon, and they probably still have it somewhere.
And it was actually a movie. Too,
Yeah,
right?
it was a
But
movie as well,
yeah,
books,
a little
stuff like
violent.
that. But it's what
Scary,
helped
honestly.
perpetuate the rabbit handing out eggs, which is weird since rabbits don't lay eggs. But
Yeah, they do.
No, they don't.
Who they do?
no, chickens lay eggs.
No, that's.
Oh.
You
Yeah,
should-
rabbits.
Then how do
Rabbits
they
go
get
and
birth?
collect them from the
How do they get
chickens.
birth?
How do rabbits? Just like
They give birth.
they just like everybody else.
Regular.
So
Any other mammal.
So fun fact, the only mammal that actually lays an egg is a platypus.
Mm-hmm.
That's
How about
the-
chicken?
Chickens
That's
are
a
not.
that's
Birds.
poultry. That's a bird.
That's a bird.
Technically, they're a dinosaur.
You'll learn all that as you go.
Yeah,
I
technically they're a
really have
dinosaur.
to learn that. I just knew that.
But I did want to let all of our viewers know before we forget that this Saturday, the day before Easter, is going to be our Pick Your Own
Yes.
Percentage sale. We are
Oh, I didn't get to
and
mention
have
Oh, I'm sorry.
we are and have discontinued. We have
We gotta see what
yeah.
What's that book?
We
I'll tell
are
them
and
in a
have discontinued the eggs, and if you are
Yes,
new
we have
here,
discontinued the eggs. It's a
um,
basket
unfortunately,
There's a
one
reason.
person had ruined that, so it
for
unfortunately ruins it
everybody.
for everybody.
And I'm going to tell
So-
you, we ran those eggs. It was an adult Easter egg hunt or
Mm-hmm.
an Easter egg hunt. So you came in, and there were Easter eggs hidden everywhere.
But we would also give you like the benefit of the doubt. So if you and several of your friends came in and all
We'd
of you
allow
guys
you to
picked an egg,
exchange.
switch your eggs amongst yourself. But we unfortunately just had a couple of customers who would go around the store and pick up multiple eggs and really
Open- and then yell
open
at us.
them until they found the one that they
So we
initially wanted.
discontinued
So
the
we don't do
Easter
that
egg
anymore.
hunt. So you'll be picking out of a basket like you do it on Small Business Saturday. But still, it's an Easter basket, and it's still fun, and you still get those percentages off. It can be 25 to 40% off, individual or entire purchase.
As well as $10 gift cards are going to be
Yep,
scattered amongst those as well.
those as well. So if you've got something you have an eye on that's a larger price, you might get the 40%, and you might end up getting it almost half off. Before we get into that, I wanted to show you. I did bring something that was passed down.
Yes.
This is my family Bible, and I'm not going to pretend I'm not a big church person, but this means a lot to me. And this family Bible comes, and if you look, and one of the things that I wanted to show was and you guys take a look. This is from
Is it a
1961.
full Bible?
It's a full Bible, and it has my family name in it, April 1964, and everything. But look at the artwork.
Wow.
What's considered a full Bible?
Look at that artwork.
What's considered a full Bible? How much pages does it have?
Well, this is just the Old Testament.
The Old Testament.
Yeah. So this is just the Old Testament. None of the New Testament's in it. But
That's
look
a
at
lot
the
of Old
artwork.
Testaments.
that's in this
beautiful.
thing. And even though I'm not a huge church-going person or religious person, I do believe in faith, and I do believe in family.
Yes.
So this, even though it's not something that I'll go through and use on a regular basis, it's something I will keep for the rest of my life. And even though I have no children, it will go to my niece and nephew. You know what I mean? Because these are things you want to keep in the family. So the pass-me-downs, when you guys, when you guys do eventually have kids and families, doing the table thing is going to bring you closer to your past. It does.
How long would the Old Testament, like the full Old Testament and the full New Testament combined it together?
Well, you just add another Bible into this.
Right.
And
Just
then
stack it up.
And make it full, and then...
Well, a full Bible, to some, a full Bible is the Old Testament.
And then, but what if you added the full New Testament?
Then it would be a Stephen King book.
What is
This big.
It's huge, gigantic.
Oh, it'd be huge.
As,
big.
as
It
you
would be
were
big.
It would be
you were holding this, I was
Yeah.
very
What
intrigued
is
and
Stephen
wanted
King?
Oh, he's an
Of course.
author.
He's an
He
author.
writes really thick books.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
really crazy, intricate books too.
Yeah.
I was really interested on why all the edges of Bible pages are gold. And I just immediately needed to look that up, and it is literally to keep the pages down. It is to make them heavy enough to where they never fray and get wider as well. And then I also was curious on why Bible paper is also so thin. It's called scritta paper, and it's a thin grade of paper used for printing books, which have many, many pages, such as a dictionary.
So that it's not, you don't need a forklift to lift.
And technically, Bible paper is a type of wood-free, uncoated paper, and it is graded often contains cotton or linen fibers to increase its strength
Similar
and
to
its
money.
in spite of thinness.
Mom.
Look at the art.
Look at there.
This is the Tower of Babylon. And I mean, just the art that's in here. And I'm going to tell you, a lot of these, this is 64, so it's printed. But when you find previous, and it's a 60 or 1961. And it's probably because the original Bible that was passed down either got damaged or destroyed, so they replaced it. But look at that. I mean, you don't see this type of
I've never seen
stuff
pictures in a
it.
Bible.
Hey, I'm Jason. But did you know they banned some pictures from the Bible because
Oh, that's interesting.
like it's not that it was too bad, but it was just
Could it be because it's somebody else's depiction of what the Bible is saying, and it's
Yeah.
not Jesus's or God's or whoever wrote the Bible?
yeah,
so.
it's just not like it just.
Thanks for joining us
it was
at
just
the end.
random pictures.
That's my sister-in-law, right?
They just thought it was random.
Right.
They just thought it was not like concerning the Bible, so they just took it out.
Right. Now, I know that they still have younger versions
Yeah.
that are
And it's
pictures.
not- and the younger version's not golden pages.
No,
No.
definitely not. Definitely
But I
not.
wanted to show that because it's really cool. But I do want to tell you guys, we have something for you for coming on the show.
Oh yeah.
Okay, and one of the reasons I'm showing this to you now is because I wanted to show you I'm really big on what's left, leaving this planet for you guys, right? I'm really big on that. So when you take a look at this, what do you see different? You don't see.
Canadian? I see a Canadian flag right there.
Canadian. It's a
Oh,
Tim
that's
Carson,
Hortons.
you are
because it's in
literally
Tim
my
Hortons
favorite
bag.
person ever.
Okay,
He's my favorite.
so
And
we
wraps.
all use these types of
Yes,
things,
oh,
right? We all
okay.
use this type. And if you guys go on our Instagram or our Facebook, you will see a video that I did about alternatives to the plastic.
Yeah, we're
and
not allowed to go on Facebook.
no, yeah, but I'm talking to them.
No, he's talking to the audience.
Oh.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you why this is bad, besides the fact that it is non-biodegradable, and when this gets thrown in the ground, it will stay there until this world ends.
Yeah.
Okay? And enough of this in the ocean can clog up spouts from different whales and stuff like that. But this is very dangerous to have around the house if you have pets.
Extremely.
What happens if they eat?
Because they eat it, and then they, just like everything else, what goes in must come out. And unfortunately, these don't always come out, and you cannot pull because you can hurt your
It
animal.
could be wrapped around their intestines.
Yes. So what is a good alternative than this? I'm going to tell you, we all have paper shredders.
Do
I don't. I wish
No,
I did.
Well,
I
we
wish I
should,
did.
because you shouldn't be throwing your
I
stuff
really wish
out.
I did.
If you
You know-
don't, they're cheap.
You know what we all have?
What?
Actual glass we could just put in.
Actual what?
Actual grass.
Oh, grass.
Instead of fake grass.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Or you could shred paper.
Is that what that is?
That's what that is.
Oh, see, you're so
So
resourceful.
what I did is I went and I got, because I'm very big on this, because this is, it's like tinsel.
Yeah.
And we have cats, and you have dogs and cats, and
Some fell out.
oh, yes. But you want to know something? When they fall out, look at this. It's easier. I pick up
that
Easter
grass.
grass
You're like,
all year long.
Yes.
Do we not?
It's all over the place, wrapped up in
Yes.
vacuum and everything.
It destroys your vacuum
Yeah,
too. It
for
does.
sure.
It absolutely does. So by shredding your paper, and you can control the length of your shredding of your paper shreds. So on some of them, on the cheaper ones you can't. But
we'll go in on one together.
but
right,
look,
yeah, of course, yeah.
I mean,
I got it this weekend, you got it next
it
weekend?
looks like Easter grass.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's paper.
That's awesome.
So it's completely 100% biodegradable. It's not hurting the world. And I have to do that in every show because even though I have no kids, I want this planet to be here for you guys and for your
What
generations to
happened
come.
if the animals eat it?
They could get
The
very,
paper?
very sick. Or
The paper, nothing.
No, that would just dissolve in their stomach.
Yeah, because paper is made from trees.
I need you in like 150 years when my head is in a jar on a shelf. You got to come back and be like, this paper grass is amazing.
One of the things you always should remember is if it came from the ground, it can go back in the ground. And paper and glass come from the ground.
Yeah.
Actually,
They're probably so
didn't
they're probably
glass
so excited to
didn't
know what's in
glass
them.
come
That's yours.
from
Sand.
sand?
Can we open it?
Like how they
Yes.
do that? How they do that?
Are we late?
Oh, no, you
No.
go right ahead.
Like, what's the
So
science behind
lightning, if lightning hits glass, you get ocean glass because when sand is heated up, it turns to glass.
Oh,
Oh,
so they
that's
open
so
it?
cool.
They open it.
So Jasmine picked these out,
Aw.
I hope you like the
and
colors.
yours are that is amethyst.
What's the amethyst?
Show everybody.
Show it. Lift it up.
What's the
It's so
amethyst?
beautiful.
Amethyst is a stone, a natural stone. These are rosaries that we're giving to the kids for Easter and for appearing on our show.
Thank you.
I'm so excited about it. And you got a red one. Look at that. You got a red crystal one.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome. But then that way you guys can have one of those, and I talked to your mom first before I gave them
Yes,
to you.
of course. No,
Always
it's lovely.
before you buy children things, talk to the parents.
They're beautiful. Thank
Do you
you.
wear it as a
Oh,
necklace?
absolutely.
Of course.
You can, yeah.
You know what? Nana will be. She will think those are so beautiful.
Yeah, but I lost her necklace she gave me.
Oh. That's okay.
What do you have one
You
on?
have one
under
on
it?
right now, buddy.
Well, now she
She
knows.
doesn't have to.
Yeah, now she knows.
Yeah, that's what I mean. She knows.
Now she
Now
knows.
she knows.
Sorry, Mom.
Sorry, Nana.
Anyways, I so appreciate you guys so much for coming on.
Yeah.
And
They
I
look
hope
so
you guys
cute.
enjoyed it because getting a perspective, we got a perspective from a 24-year-old, from a 53-year-old. You get that all the time. We wanted a perspective from somebody who was 12 and younger,
Yeah.
13 and younger, so that we can see what the world through your guys' eyes when it comes to Easter.
You said something in my brain and it just like sparked something. You asked earlier if I had a tradition and I was like, no, I don't think so. My dad has gotten me a kite for
Yeah.
very specifically on Easter since I was born, and he didn't give me one last year because he's like, you're too old. I didn't think you'd want one, and I was like, oh. I always
My
love a
heart's
kite.
hurting.
Yeah, I was like, I want a kite, and he went out that same day and bought me one, and it was one of those cool box ones. So I was really happy.
So
with
see,
it.
you do have
I
traditions.
do have a
by
tradition.
golly.
Yes.
So
Thank you, Jasmine.
Of
Real
course,
quick.
I hope you like the
Thank you.
colors.
real
Thank you.
quick,
Thank
and
you
I
so
know
You're
that
welcome.
we're coming close. These are the stations of the crosses on these. So when I say stations, like yours is done by bead and the butterfly separates the stations. Yours are done by the
Coins.
the coin type things.
Coin.
And so that way, when you do talk, when Nana sees them, you can say they're stations of the cross.
Yep.
I would get more involved, but we're running out of
Yeah, we're
time,
running
and
out.
I'm not
Right.
100% sure. So instead of saying the wrong things, take it away.
All right, guys, you already know the deal here.
Also,
Hold on, Carson.
1 second.
Hold on, honey.
This is going to be up right up on YouTube tomorrow morning, but then this is going to be available on Instagram and Facebook as soon as we are off here. So if you want to laugh over and over again and rewatch our amazing interview with these kids today,
Yes.
you can rewatch it as many times as you'd like. But we didn't even cover some of the questions, but they're still available on our Instagram story if you guys want to check out what the extra answers are for those questions that we did talk about earlier. Those will still be there until tomorrow. Am I
And
missing anything?
remember, Easter is this Sunday. We got tons of rosaries. We got tons of things that you can pop in and take a look at.
What are our hours on Easter?
Easter, we're closed.
Oh, okay. Well,
Easter Sunday, we're closed.
What are Saturdays?
Saturdays are 10 to 7. 10 to 7. Pick your own percentage day. Come on in. Get what you need. Because the Easter baskets get handed out the next day. So you can fill them up.
Yes, exactly.
Also, you have to check us out. The wonderful Brooke Allen on Caffeinated Conversations with Brooke Allen every Monday morning at 10 o'clock. You can watch it here on Facebook, on our Facebook, or on Caffeinated Conversations and many other sites. Total of how many? 14?
Oh, like 14.
14 different Facebook sites, so you cannot tell me you don't know where it is.
Because it's there.
Yeah.
Also,
Yes.
for those of you watching on Instagram who are like, well, yeah, I'm not on Facebook. Well, guess what?
We're on Instagram.
LOL.
She's on Instagram. So you can watch it over there too. So check it out because I think you'll be very interested in the different things you have. I mean,
Yeah,
I mean, you have some great diversity on your.
We do, and
Yeah.
we really try hard to do that, and you're always there doing our social
Oh,
media
I
and
am.
stuff, and we just love it, and we just love all the interaction. So thank you.
Oh,
and
absolutely.
Thank you guys here, and thank you
course.
there.
Yes.
You know.
Would it be burning in the shower?
Would it be
I would
what?
not
Would
wear
it
it in the
definitely-
I
shower.
would not wear it, even though it's crystal. It's not
Yeah.
sterling silver, so I wouldn't wear it in the
And
shower.
also, how about when I go to bed?
No, you can put it under
The
your
only
pillow.
reason I wouldn't wear it is because of how long it is,
Yes.
and if you roll over, you could
Yeah,
break
you
it.
don't want to
I worry it'll poke you.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Under the pillows.
Under the pillow is a good spot. Hey, I think we have to sign off. I don't want them to be late.
we're
So.
Until next time.
Thank you. Bye. Everybody wave.
Bye.